YouTube. Why is YouTube not? There we go. Okay. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. Don't have to have my pop-out window. There we go. Alright. That's that from that. Bring that up. Okay. Tweaking. We're gonna get right back into that. Alright, need to do a little bit of warm up, and then we're gonna get into it. Let's see, what do we want to warm up with today? What have we been having? Mel went fine. Did Mel? Yeah, Mel went fine. I died. Oh, I died at Manor Climb. Died at Ant 1. Ant 1 was Greed. Let's do... I don't have a good save for Manor. That... No, that's an 8. Okay. Where the level 26 is. I'm guessing that's in the playroom. Yeah. Okay. So, we're gonna do a quick run through of Halloween Town. This one. That. Get on into it. Continuing is going to be a little bit weird because it's going to that, but that's okay. Okay. That was straight up disaster. But alright. So definitely need to work on my accuracy there a bit. Hard one before though. What the heck was that camera? Alright. 2 extra blizzards used, which is not great. 2, 3, 7. Not the worst, thanks to having space. Oh my god. Sora, stop hovering. Decent spacing. This is the one major spot where I had last times. Had other shenanigans, but I also need to go watch slightly quicker rock kill. Gave one perfect escape. That's not what we want. A little bit of a mess there, especially with that grab. Weird. But overall not bad. Black fungus. Okay, clear. Alright. We're now at the part that we wanted to practice, is house clean. Sticky on the jumps there. one more time. Low on that one. Okay. Alright. Alright, that was pretty good. That's not where we want to go. Holding weird. Take it. We're gonna look for a dice reflect here, hopefully. Excuse me. God damn it. Alright, Goofy being up here is not a big deal. Alright, no dice reflect, but decent kill. And got Heartless, so that makes that an okay fight. Yeah, we're gonna go look at... Let's see here. What's the fastest way to get this? Cool. We're gonna put that there so that we're not dealing with that loading up every time. And come on, real quick. Right. Mute that. Right. Oh. Left hand. Even on world record, he dies there. Okay, so yeah, it's not worth trying for. Like, I know it's definitely possible, but it's not worth necessarily looking further into that. Okay, we're gonna practice. Pretty and some two. Thinks, I think. Yep, got that. Equipment. For that. Oh god, I forget. I always forget that I don't have defense ups on these saves. Ooh. That was ugly as sin. Crickets. Holy crap, hey Violent, thank you very much for the raid and congrats on the 221. We're just doing some warm-up right now and gonna be getting into a run as soon as I finish off Anthem 2. But yeah, welcome to everybody coming over from that raid and thank you for the good luck. And yeah, thank you so much for the raid. God. Hit the guy. Alright, well that went on the duck. Alright. Thank you very much for the shout out there and for the support. And yeah, honestly, no, we're just gonna go back here and we're gonna get into a run. I need to remake the saves on here because I'm not running with the defense without the defense ups anymore. Because after talking to Reb, it doesn't make sense for me to be losing the 8 seconds at the start in favor of the amount of damage I take and whatnot throughout the run still. So, like, having to play that much more defensive when I'm still, like, not necessarily having the cleanest fights doesn't make sense for me. But I made all these saves with that with, like, no defense ups, so I need to replace them at some point. But that's neither here nor there. Make sure I actually set the camera correctly. And yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. And we're doing no resets because my mid and end game are trash because I don't practice them enough. But we have like a lot of time available to us to save, so hopefully I'll be bringing you guys a PB here. Well, bringing myself a PB, and you guys will get to watch one. Are you aiming for lower violin, or are you calling it at the 220? Fair. Fun is definitely the, like, marker and margin by which we should be gauging whether or not we keep doing speedruns. Because the second it becomes a chore, then, like, you're just gonna kind of be prone to playing worse anyway. That awkward moment, I hit it a mile away from myself. So, yeah, and you know this, like, you've been running this stuff for long enough. I'm mostly saying this as a reminder to myself of, like, I gotta keep making sure that I have fun. Otherwise, I'm more prone to, like, getting hung up on small mistakes and things that are going to keep me from actually hitting my goals. Up and down jump. Oh well. Which, for me, like, that is probably the biggest thing right now, because, like, my goals are pretty damn attainable with how much potential time save I have. Like, the run I'm going against is a 204, and it failed Dumbo Skip 2, and either, like, fell off in the library, had a gravity on the Maleficent platform or something, from Donald. Like, there's something in the Maleficent split that lost me 40 seconds there, which is just kind of nuts to think that there's over a minute 40 save in this run, essentially for free. Oh, you stuck. That was pretty good shadows too. The ground move on that last one was a little frustrating, but not too bad. Thank you for the follow, Elraza 100, and thanks for coming to hang out. Thank you, thank you. Just trying to squeeze in one between work shifts today. May or may not do one tomorrow. Honestly, that's acceptable. We'll take that. Alright, depending on how Coconut RNG is and how I play, we'll see if we get to save some time here. I'm kind of expecting to be losing time on my dark side split. I know I can save time even with the defense ups, but like I basically just reset runs repeatedly to... Oh god. Okay. Just small stuff like that. To get the time that I'm going against right now, which isn't a great pattern. But having to climb that ladder is actually a giant time loss. Not giant, but pretty significant time loss for something so simple. Yeah. And while, like, having time loss in my early game isn't the end of the world, making a bunch of small mistakes to start stuff off gets us off on the wrong foot, and it's like the cumulative time loss can really be a big damper on things. And like if I'm gonna reset at all, it's better to do it here in this first like 5-10 minutes than to get to like the 20 or 30 minute mark, have everything gone like into the negative, and just spend the entire time like discouraged. Alright, that was a good finish to Shadows 1. The best possible Shadows 1 I can figure people actually getting is about a 52 second, maybe 51. but that's with getting all the scene skips cleanly, getting 2 combos on the shadows, doing everything right and very quickly leading up to that point. I've been trying to get backwards jumps there. Today has been not great on that front. In between the transition from getting the chest to breaking the box on the previous platform, you can get a backwards jump between the chest and the box, and also on getting the kill, the break on the barrel, you can jump backwards if you're doing an air combo to get closer to the door. Alright. We'll take that. That's pretty clean, and we're coming off the save point at 2:30. Get some decent mashing in here, and we'll be pretty close on our timing. Right. And we're off to the race. Cool. Alright, this time we're going to avoid jumping and missing the tree. And that's the, there are basically 2 things you can do in this day 1 segment to kind of screw yourself over time-wise. The first one is throwing this barrel away off of the ledge to the left, which you pretty much only do if you pivot your camera angle too much. The second is missing the jump between this tree here and here. If you fall down, you end up having to climb up the ladder, which is really slow. Ladder climbing in this game is one of the least efficient ways to get around. Even more so than swimming. And the input denial you're hearing there is because we're mashing the attack button for when we pop off the ladder, so that we keyblade or wooden sword swing our way into the log to cancel out some of the text box animation as we collect it, so that we can start moving as quickly as possible. Have a couple more cutscenes and the second day of Destiny. We hold left immediately after skipping that last cutscene to walk directly off of the dock, like the first fish. That patterning is really tight, so if you don't walk off the dock that way or miss collecting the first fish, you can end up chasing them for a really long time, and those last 2 out in the water are positioned such that they're really close to the boundary for swimming potentially, which can lose you even more time in the transition of going from swimming to walking, because that animation is also very slow. It's the other reason that we jump in bodies of water when we do have to end up doing some swimming as much as possible. No task coconut today, that's okay. And now we're going to go have a friendly little race with our good friend Riku. All in the name of naming a boat. Definitely all it's about. Definitely not about who gets to go on a date with Kairi. And because of the outcome of this race, sharing the Paopu fruit, Riku decides to be ace. Kind of. Or King Mickey's boyfriend. I don't know. Depends on who you talk to. Look, he is a very emotional boy with sensitive feelings and definitely is not spending the entire first game raging about the fact that Sora and Kairi are closer. Definitely not. Game 1 is very much not a temper tantrum for Riku. To be fair, let's cut him some slack. They're like 12. And what are emotions? Good coconuts. I mean... mood. Like, there's no telling what his body has been through after all of this shit. Like, he turned into a, like, middle-aged man for a while? Like, what? Spoiler alert, by the way. That's a thing that happens. The aging of Ansem and Xemnas is so weird also. Like, he's some weird middle ground between Terranort and fucking Master Xehanort. What? Why? And nobody ever really talks about it, because, like, the age that Terranort is when he, like, eats himself to become Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, and Xemnas is way the fuck younger than the appearance of either of those two characters. Nobody ever really talks about it. Like, Xemnas appears a little bit younger, in my opinion. But even so, like, both of them are distinctly older in appearance than Terranort. Yeah, floppy. Need to work on my positioning there and actually getting to the back of the hand during the comboing so that I can get the parries on the orbs a little bit better. That's definitely one that, like, I could do with finessing the fight a little bit more. Overall pace-wise, not unhappy with where we're at. Sora gets to see his first person yeeted, like, in person, being at least, aside from kind of Riku. But we don't want that item. Get in the door. Door frames, your worst enemy in this game. certain item doorframe hitboxes are actually terrible. Namely, the lab door hitbox. Holy cow. Ugh, God. My inputs were bad, and so I was getting stuck on the ground. Oh well. Decent chunk available to us here. Let's try to get some of it. One of the few scenes that has a visual transition that we have to go through before we can skip it. Go talk to the guy whose butt we just kicked. Who's sulking in the corner. His sword is cooler though. Awkward. Okay. I mashed my second X input too much. Alright. Not ideal, but okay. Moving right along. We really don't want to be picking up a whole lot of stuff in this run, except in very particular cases. Alright, thank you, Goofy. Not too bad on the clear soldiers. Alright. Definitely going to be saving some time. The question is how much? More than we ever had. We love to see it. That was honestly the best soldiers and guard armor I've had. The extra pause at the end of Leon probably kept that from being an 11-second save. Actually, yeah, definitely kept it from being an 11-second save. But otherwise, that was like pretty dang clean. Take it. Also, thank God it was not accepting my pause inputs there, because that would have lost me some time. I have a bad habit of trying to spam pause there. Not skippable. Don't want to try and skip it. Alrighty, but with that, and a little bit more conversation here, we're done with Driver's Town 1. There. That is why we don't want extra shit in our menu. I knew that was gonna happen though. I am hoping it to God I got the right item on. That's not what we want. But the bright side of this is I can just do that. What is this water sound? Excuse me? That was weird as hell. That's also not what we want. But we'll make do. Technically, I don't need a gun till later anyway, so. Okay, so that was... Can someone go back? Violin, if you're still here, don't mind. Can you go back and tell me if I actually just equipped the right thing? Also, we just hit ads, so. Thank you. I really should look into getting turbo for myself, but that's extra money. Yeah, it's just like, I'm pretty sure I threw on, because what is it that soldiers actually drop? It's like a protect chain or something. Definitely not what we want to have on. I was gonna sit and ask, like, random audience members, but then I was like, wait, I'm playing in Japanese, they don't know. Cool. Thank you. That is much appreciated. I'm like, I have the note up for it still, but by the time that I would actually like have an opportunity to like check against the note, I'll be on a different split. So I'm just like, what do I do here? Like, I could have just risked it for the biscuit. But that would have become very awkward very fast. So, thank you very much. Alright. But hey, regardless of what else happens today, we've already gotten the best segment, so that's a win. Oh, that's fair. And I generally try to do that as well, and then like I just got really weird in that menu. I also didn't know necessarily how that would shake out with the inventory, because it's not something I think I've encountered at all since switching to Japanese. I have no idea which box it is, so we're just going with this one. I know it's not the one to the left of here, but... Alright, well, Goofy done it. Goofy is a criminal! Goofy's in swear jail. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was a terrible crank tower. And a bad loadout, too. Yeah, having only transitioned to JP like a year ago, and then having maybe 20 complete runs on it. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't necessarily run into that is like, how do I solve for this thing? That was almost awkward. Alright, well, unfortunate to be losing time there, but it is. So, yeah, one of the things for those that don't know to note about the crank tower in particular is that you need finishers to count in on it for killing the cranks themselves, because you can't advance damage on the tower without them. Excuse me. Grab the ledge. Thank you. Bad movement up to this point. Possibly losing some more. And we win. Alright, yeah. The 2 whiffs that we had in there definitely ate into our time a little bit, but most of that was on bad scene skips, bad movement, and the bad fade out post crank tower. Gotta remind myself that I now have an extra thing to sell at the menu at Sid's shop. And to be careful not to sell other things by accident. Alright. Well, Wonderland, messy. Destiny Island's okay. Traverse Town balanced out to be good. Deep Jungle, we have a lot of available time saved to us, specifically on Power Wilds, so we're hoping to come out a good chunk ahead here. But kind of regardless of how our early game goes, we have so much time save in mid to late game that like I could be a minute to 2 minutes behind already and still beat you, which is stupid. But we have a little over 30 seconds of available time saved to us across Deep Jungle, so we're gonna try and save as much as that as we can, and we're also gonna try and save even more on Power Wilds because I know I still have at least 15 seconds against your best segment if I win, which is a lot. But that segment has a lot of movement in it, which is part of what really built into that being such a large availability for me. I still have two best segments that have over 50 seconds to save compared to yours. But they're, like I said, largely movement ones, being Lock, Shock, and Barrel and Hollow Bastion. I'm very close on a number of other ones, though. I'm within a second on like 5 or 6. Oh, come on. Alright. Okay, Sabor. I know I can still save even more time there, so... eh. Go. Yeah. Oh. Don't eat my inputs, game. God damn it. Well, that's unfortunate. That's literally the worst one to miss. Well, I still do everything else clean. I can still save time here, but that's about 10 seconds of my available time save there, just gone. Feels bad, man. If you do notice me do anything during this split, aside from that, that is like a pretty obvious like, why are you doing this thing? Why is it so... that's losing you tons of time. Please call it out. I want to know how I'm fucking up when I, like, don't already. And I oftentimes do not have people around who tell me those things. I mean, oh. I don't think I dodge rolled in the right direction. I would be down for that pretty much whenever. I probably don't necessarily have time for it today or tomorrow, but I might have time for that sometime on Friday. God. Run outside. Split. That was a bad first room. Man, I remember when I could actually get that room in 2 blizzards right out of the gate. I feel like it's kind of harder now. Thank you very much for the luck, and enjoy whatever food you get up to. And congrats on the PB, again. Alright, that one was a mess. They were so spread out in that room. Alright. Oh my god. Oh, so bad. Alright, yeah, we're possibly losing time here. Probably losing time. Yeah. Big yikes. Oh well. Please get out of my way. The fact that I had the screw-ups that I did and had bad clears, but was still that close to what I got on my PB is frankly just hilarious. Oh my god, Goofy, you son of a... And it was one hit. Okay. This world has been trash. Alright, I know what I'm practicing before the next run for sure. That's not what I want. It's called Deep Jungle. But we're keeping it calm, keeping it moving. Oh my god. Lots of small mistakes, and it's adding up to a lot of time loss. I can recover some of this time still. I think I've probably burned 2 to 3 of my available time save already through like bad movement, bad fight on the fruit there, and just some shenanigans in general. But if I have a good fight here, I think I can still save some decent. Well, didn't quite get the D stealth. That's okay. I'm not terribly surprised by that lack of D stealth skip and the shenanigans leading up to it. That seems about right. And a tiny best segment. But it's best segment, so we take those. And we are going to keep on moseying back toward Town. So this gummy menu is a little bit different in that we will have gun and the haste put on the left side of the menu. But that's not a big deal. Alright. Now, if all goes well, across the next couple of splits, we have a pretty sizable amount of time save coming up. I think we have about 40 seconds overall available to us in Agrabah. A lot of that comes out of the Pot Centipede and Save Aladdin chunks, and then the other portion comes out of the Genie Jafar fight. So, we're gonna stay focused, get our menus down, and see about getting that time save. I think if I keep things relatively clean, have a deathless run, and don't have the two sections of screw-ups that are in the PB, we can pretty easily look at a sub 203, even being 12.5 seconds behind right now. That still boils down to a lot of execution, but we've been doing pretty regular runs, trying to warm up on mid to end game opponents a bit before them, and yeah, we're just gonna keep on pushing it. Things will come together. I keep practicing. Alright. Chill out up in this corner until we get back to Traverse Town. Okay, so things that have to happen here. We land at the accessory shop, go to the waterway, talk to Leon and get Earthshine, head to Merlin's, head back to the accessory shop, get the book, sell our stuff, back to Merlin's, give him the book, get Earthshine turned into Simba run into Riku and unlock the door to the first district, go back to the abandoned house, and then go buy stuff from Sid. It's actually a pretty long visit, Traverse Town, all things considered. And it might actually be getting even longer in the near future to potentially save some time. But there's some big question marks around that. And I think it would only be particularly viable for top players. Because newer players are going to lose too much of the potential available time to movement and bad fight technique. Come on. Where the heck's the Trinity? Or, oh well. Alright, so we have two conversations with Leon and Aerith, who tell us about how their world was swallowed by darkness. And the second one being about this cool shiny rock he found on the ground. Which we're like, what do we do with? Like, I don't fucking know. And Aerith is just like, don't ask me. This was his idea. I mean, the obvious answer is it's a cool shiny rock. Appreciate it. Leon is very clearly an ADHD kid at heart. Fairly agreeable rocks today, at least. So the paths that those rocks take are completely RNG, which is actually one of the biggest roadblocks to doing a full blindfolded run of this game. Which one of the members of the community, the speedrunning community at large, has looked into doing. But that is a huge blocker, because if you fall off, you have to go all the way back to the beginning and try and get the jump pattern again in order to even make it to here. And you have to make it across those rocks at least once in order to be able to actually complete this run. You can use save warping to get in and out of here every other time that you would need to come visit, but you do have to actually go across the rocks at least once. Alright, and we're going to use save warping, which is something that being on PC and having a load remover makes a lot more convenient for us, as well as being on 60 frames per second. Loads are way the hell lower than they were on PS3. If you tried to do this stuff on PS3, you'd be losing tons of time. Save warping, aside from I think maybe in Agrabah, is not really a viable PS3 strat. And this is where the new pathing would kick in, but we're not here to experiment on that today. Alright. And once again, that was a pretty quick sell. And a little slow on the landing point selection. That's okay. That's less okay. course, every single rock went away to block me. There we go. Alright, so we swap on White Fang for EXP necklace. That Sora starts with, and give the EXP necklace to Goofy because he is always in our party, save for a very seldom interactions. And in those interactions, we don't have Donald either, so Goofy is the most consistent party member that we have aside from ourselves, and EXP necklace doesn't give us enough stats or enough extra XP during those times where Goofy's not in the party to be worth keeping on Sora. Alright, timing wise, we are definitely losing a little bit more time here, unfortunately. But the new route would eliminate this bit of text dialogue, that interaction that just happened, as well as one of those two fade flags. That's not where we want to go. So yeah, I'm thinking 5 to 7 seconds of time loss, probably. Yeah. Alright. What is with that waterfall sound? The heck? Alright. That is one of the weirdest audio glitches I've heard in this game, and I'm not entirely sure what it's from. Yeah, a little bizarre. But part of that is from having reset the game. If you don't use the soft reset that we have programmatically added, none of the weird audio glitches end up occurring. That is because if you use the game's inbuilt resetting mechanics, you're actually hard resetting the game. It's essentially restarting the EXE entirely. That's why you end up with the gold loading heart instead of the game's onboard blue loading heart. The gold loading heart is actually related to launcher itself as opposed to any of them. Alright, and welcome to Agrabah. One of the only worlds in which we actually meet a princess. More centering, it did not go as intended there. Plus my movement was wonky. Got to say absolutely nothing. Had he would have been asking about Aladu, his man crush. Thank you, Donald. That's actually one of the best save Aladdins that we've had since coming back. Good clears all around. There we go. That was a bad party menu. Alright, we stand a decent chance of saving a good amount of time here. Oh, that's not what we want. That was fucking trash. And there goes most of the time we saved on Save Aladdin. Thank you, Goofy. That was a lot of cross fingers and pray. Alright, 419. Definitely not saving nearly what we can, but, or could have. Definitely saving some. Ugh, God. That fight was kind of trash, but we saved time. That's the important part. We lost so much after that good Save Aladdin. Alright, Tigerhead, we have more time to save here. Alright, and a new best segment there. Coolio. That's not quite the angle we wanted. That's okay. So, the Keyblade swing that I just tried to do there was intended to go towards the chest platform. That way we could land on it and jump from it. Right, there we go. Thus getting better distance into the next transition zone. A lot of our movement finesse is around small stuff like that. Alright. Rip. Well, bad fight. Losing time here. Come on. Alright. Not as bad as it could have been. Really, really, really sloppy in general. But could have been a hell of a lot worse. Agrabah, back and forth. And Genie Jafar time. Alright. A little sloppy. Weird visual clipping happening there. But we saved a bunch of our time back. And we're back into positive time save. Or negative time save. And now it's time to get stoned. Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. All right. So technically speaking, you can exit that minigame one fire pillar earlier, which saves like 2 to 3 seconds. But it takes some very, 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 very precise moves on getting hit by 2 more boulders in the first section. Which can be finicky to line up. Aladdin stands up real quick. He is ready to give us some stuff. Get us on our way. What a coincidence. I'm ready to be on my way. So, yeah, very back and forth on Agrabah. Not getting one cycle Jafar, pretty unfortunate, but is balanced out by having a good save Aladdin, a really good Tiger Head, and a pretty decent Genie Jafar. So, went from a decent chunk down to actually being in time saved. So, love to see it, and we're going to keep on chugging. Thank you to everybody who is hanging out, lurking, and thank you once again to Violence for the raid. We're going to keep trying to shape this up into a run that's going to peak. As it stands, we have the potential of a sub 203 even? Definitely have the potential of sub 203. We might even get into sub 202 category, like area, if enough other stuff gets executed. We have 13 seconds available time save to us here, give or take. Try and get as much of it as we can. So one thing that PC has over console is we get the luxury of knowing when we can actually skip scenes, like those whiteouts, a little bit easier, because the auto splitter will resume counting when that becomes available. Which is not a feature that the console side versions have access to. And aside from that air soldier, we got Chamber 3 skip, which is very nice. And pretty decent movement, all other things considered. This is shaping up to be a decent split, as long as we don't drop our combo again. Alright, time for Parasite Cage 1. Like that. Alright, well, still saved 6. Would have saved more with a decent fight. Got a little bit too mashy with my combos. That's what happens. And after opening chest, we have a very brief menu. Alright, decent movement, and rare truffles. Come on, grab the ledge, thank you. Cool. Alright. Really? God, why are these being so trash? Alright, well, 9 seconds up. Still some save out of Monstro. That should have been a lot more. Both fights were just straight garbage. All on me in execution. I just am not entirely sure like what I'm doing, whether I am still just mashing my combos too fast. Or what. And I need to investigate that some. But big difficult section coming up here. We want to be as close as we can. We know there's more time save available to us here, but as far as my level of execution, we just want to get close. That's not what we want. So that's an unfortunate waste of like 7 or 8 seconds that we're basically dead even right now, and we're going to lose time to this split unless I do things really, really well and would have essentially been getting a best segment. But not sweating things. Still got tons of time saved left in the run. God. Menuing is so bad right now. Another little bit of time lost there. Like, it's small mistakes like that that I really need to get rid of. They're very minor, but very costly overall. Oh, right. And finishing LSB, basically the halfway point of the run. Come on, there we go. Ugh. Time. Alright. All right. Yeah. That. That was a really, really terrible menu, so. Used more blizzards than I liked, but got through it. Alright. Movement's been okay. The clear on the shadows and Church Ghost was good. Seven, 5. Alright. Put on MP now. White mushrooms. That's not what we wanted to happen, but okay. Alright. Experiment done. Out. The go.
Yep.
Right. Be clear on that. 40 seconds till I want to be completely done. Definitely losing some time. I'm pretty sure I'm losing some time. But as long as I don't fall off and die again, should be pretty acceptable. That's okay. Well. Okay. A little bit more time lost. Yeah. Child, you are too short. 27 seconds lost there is pretty rough. The fight itself was pretty meh, and getting here had some fumbles. But honestly, we can live with that. Alright, good menu and movement into here though. Now if we can get Dice Reflect, we'll be in really, really good shape. Go. There we go. All right. Okay, we got Dice Reflect, we got the button press. Didn't save a crazy amount of time, but we saved time. That is a good, really good place to be in. Hmm? Alright, and maritime. Alright, a little wonky on that one. That's not great, but we'll keep going. Yeah. Considering the fall off, we'll take that. Alrighty. And off to Neverland. Alright. This one, we have a decent chunk of time to save. And realistically, the next fight is the one I probably need to practice most off-stream. Top strats on Anti-Sora are still very questionable for me. Alright. And he is before us. Cutscene. Alright. 2 cutscenes. Well, 3 total. 2 from where I was at. A little weird, but still not too bad as far as speed goes. And open. And go. That. Be stuck. That up. Excuse me. Thank you. Alright, save 5 seconds there. Slow fade though. And we go right there. You have nothing. There. 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 Alright. That's one of the wildest jumps I've ever done. Movement crash. Okay. We're going to double check to make double check to make sure that doesn't happen. So yeah, we have to make sure that we have Peter in our party here, because Peter and Goofy are the ones giving us MP during this fight. Or during the hook fight itself, not during this fight, because you just send it to clear everything pretty much. Alright. Other than the ship flying away to who the hell knows where. Oh my god. Die already. Getting trolled! Getting trolled by Hook. Alright, well, Anti-Sword was okay, Hook was trash, but both of those are on my execution, not on anything particular. Alright, good train. Bar. And heavy breathing. Oh, 1. Featuring Riku. And then back to Neverland. Couple of rewards here. And grab our last thing in Neverland. Alright. Little choppy on the menu, but still not too slow. And our gummy ship a bit. That's the best gummy menu we've had all game. Back to Traverse Town we go get Dumbo and beat up Obsidian. Alright, pretty decent dumbbell pickup. And the accessory shop. That's not what we wanted. Alright, well, we got an extra ether there, which we will appreciate for later. There was a point at which we would actually use an ether here in the runs, but with the updates to the strategy we use, we don't actually. What? I'm confused. Alright, well, bad fight. I'd say about half of that time loss was fake guard armor. Like not getting the quick knockdown on that. I'm not entirely sure why. Like I got the full combo off. And whiteout. And 2 frames early. Bad. Trying to murder kid. And we out of here. Off to the top. We won the Hollow Bastion. We are into the end game now, as I say. There's approximately 45 to 50 minutes left of the run. We have 2 visits to Hollow Bastion, Traverse Town 4, and End of the World. And one of our largest time saves coming up just after this split. Did you guys know that strange feeling in your heart might actually just be you being hungry? I heard it once from a duck. A warm feeling in your chest, I think is actually, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the text boxes for English. And we'll get there. We're gonna do that at some point, hopefully very soon. Alright, and very, very slow load screen. Donald and Goofy abandon us. That's part of the game. Good movement there. Pretty sure I got the last move on that. Please don't make yourself out of MP before we get where we need to go. He can't unless I dig around, but still just funny to watch him blast off to face some dark balls while we're moving here. Alright. World of Puzzle Mini. Let's go. Anton-wise, you have weird taste in basement. Also. As an aside. Rude. Off the bubble, and off we go. Alright, we only have to press 2 buttons on the way out. Press those 2. We do still have to transit through 2 more buttons. One of which we have just bonked. It's such a satisfying thing to get the bubble bonks. Alright, now we're gonna do one of the few enemy despawns in the game. That is one of the few door transitions you can actually roll into. Alrighty. And Donald and Goofy rejoin. My god, that was way too much hopping around. I'm so bad at hitting Riku 1. It's such a garbage fight. Alright. And now time to start in on time save. Alright, okay movement so far. Triple push, sad day. God, little wonky on all of that movement. That's okay though. Could have gotten one more dodge roll in there. I missed time to input though. There's such a gap between my knowledge and my ability to execute, and it's a little frustrating. And there are still definitely some, like, blank spots on my knowledge front as well, even. Alright. I was almost about to dodge roll off of that. That would have been E-blade. Good glide and land there, though. And off we go. I always have to be a little cautious about that platform because camera angles coming out of that can be kind of weak. Alright, you two. A wizard just spawned here this day. You slay it. Understand your mission? Oof. Good. Go forth and slay wizard. Not. Wizard, we're supposed to slay. Alright, well, I apparently need to set them further back. Oh well. There was also a point at which we used Ether here after demo skipped. Give us more R's on the left side. I'm in a really awkward health spot. Hopefully it won't be a problem. Or, not necessarily hopefully. If I execute stuff well, it won't be a problem. Alright, Dumbo skip number 1. Let's go. Ooh, that was terrifyingly close. Alright. We're in a decent spot. We're not saving as much as we could, but definitely saving time. Unless, of course, you know, don't decide it's gravity. Or I just completely fuck up the fight and under damage. That could also happen. Alright, 23 seconds. Yeah, my air comboing there was kinda trash. Which is a... but... that's on me. Not on the game. They'll save time. We'll brought things back a bit. Time for Dragon Mount. Alright. Without some of the dropped hits and like one whiffed finisher, that probably would have been a best segment. Pretty solid fight. Definitely a little bit of slop in there. Combos are feeling real weird and squishy though. Wondering if I got my chords switched between my phones and my controller at some point. Or if I just, you know, like inputting poorly. Or, also an option, the controller string. Hard to say. It could 100% be me, but it could also be some of the equipment. I don't know. I'm not here to blame my equipment. Alright. And got a pretty decent fight, even though it was a little bit weird to start out with, and he kind of dashed away from me twice. I screwed up the staggers in with. But save a good chunk of time there. Our next split has a ton to save on it. So, as long as don't screw up too bad in here, you'll be pretty solidly in the green. My PB's HB1 and HB2 were great trash, so. And Alan's gonna deal with it. Alright. Bonkless. Yeah. And off we pop. I'm gonna try a thing here. There we go. And Oathkeeper. Darkness. And we return to Waterway. Still gotta remember to do my last gummy menu. But this TT4 has actually been pretty clean. Great. Nope. Slight slop on the gummy menu, but not too bad. Second to last gummy mission. Alrighty. Fall Bastion 2 coming right up alongside some tasty time save. Alright, that was actually a pretty clean movement. We take it. Dumbo skip number 2 coming right up. Made it most of the way away from the wizard. Directly after it spawned, only spawn the wizard. Let's get a start. Flow, exit from Dumbo. Okay, on the despawn. Alright, time to mentally prep ourselves for a good. And 3, 2, 1. Bracer. Cool. That's actually a pretty solid menu. There we go. Not the most immediate clear on him, but still a very good one. Alrighty. So far we're doing pretty good. And barring like a death or some other shenanigans, which did not happen, we will be saving most, if not all, of our available time. One last Dumbo skip. Scaring my pants off. Good there. All right, Behemoth number 1. Oh my god. East, your body is in the way. Best segment, we're 110 up. Holy hell, even with that fight being kind of shenanigans, freaking take it. We saved 8 seconds. We still have 42 seconds to save in that split against Violin. The menu could have been a little bit crisper. There was a couple pieces of movement. And the fight had probably 10 or 12 seconds of shenanigans. But overall, that is the best Behemoth split we have ever had. We frickin' take it. Now, enjoy this completely unskippable cutscene that I cannot skip because it is unskippable. No version of the game has made this skippable. We have, however, modded it to be skippable, but that mod is not permitted in speedruns. It would be very interesting to see what this game looked like with a gummy skip mod enabled and the unskippable mod enabled for the 2 cutscenes that skip on PC. I think it would shave off probably 20 plus minutes total. But it's kind of hard to say without going and actually doing all the calculations for how much gummy missions account for and for how much those 2 cutscenes account for. This one is relatively long. I think it clocks in at around 2 minutes. Okay, well the cutscene itself is actually probably close to 30. Because we have one cutscene that we skip and text. But gummy missions are kinda longish. Alright, that menu is pretty crisp. Last gummy mission of the game. We're going in with a good sized time save into our final world. Now we just gotta make sure that we don't die, have some good execution on fights, and we'll get that PB. We even could theoretically afford a single death between now and the end of the run and would still PB. It would just not be by nearly as much. But we're not going to think about that. We're going to stay laser focused and keep getting fights deathless. And look forward to that 203 or maybe even 202. Careful about how I interact with visibles from now until the end of the game, because they can suck away a lot of time very quickly. Yummy. Alright. Definitely shitty invisibles. We're definitely not saving time here. Unless something miraculous happens. If I save time here, there's a big problem. Because the rest of this split should not have that much wiggle room. Not too bad. Come on. Kind of forgot I still have that other ether in here. Alright, not bad. Not the accessory fair to have. Overall, with the DMs and some shenanigans in the fight itself, not too bad. A little bit weird. We're just going to throw that there, just to get it out of the inventory. And keep on chugging. Welcome to World Tournament. Alright, so here we use Simba to clear the waves of enemies, but we also use him to stagger the enemies at the start so that we can get a full charge in. If you don't stagger them at the start of this, they will fly over and hit you, and the second that you start getting hit, you can't actually do full charges. So that little 2-tick charge we did there was to get a stun off, messing with the enemy AI in such a way to where we can get full charge, and then 2 more full charges thereafter to clear the main waves. We have to wait on the despawn of Simba to actually go back through the door. Cannot exit rooms while a summon is present. That's not quite what we wanted, but we'll work with it. Alright. And go you. Nope, you for you. There we go. Ray of Light was supposed to be on. I ended up needing to use more magic to actually kill things in there because I didn't swap that equipment earlier. Damage calculation is for magic is based off of your total MP. Please do not turn around, Sora. And because I had 1 less MP, the damage calculation was lower. We still need that MP moving forward. Little stab there that we got a DM out of them. It's okay. Right, got the level up. we're not saving as much time as we'd like here, thanks to M's and shenanigans, but we are in an okay position. Alright. There we go. Saving some time. Not nearly as much as we'd like to see, but saving some nonetheless. That's not what we want to do. There we go. Alright, not quite where we want to be. Decent kill on the behemoth though. Let's get through final rest. And it's just final fights. Alright. A little bit sloppy, but we got it. Had a single DM there, had some chasing to do. Goofy was way the hell on the other side of the room, which drew some of the invisibles to him. Pain in the ass. Wish we could eliminate party members from the game. Wildly terrifying moment there. But we are good. Alright. I think we'll still save a little bit of time here. Come on. Come on. Go. Cool. That for that. Cool. Menu was a little bit funky, but not too bad. Go. And final fights time. Basically just trying not to die. Alright. That still could have been faster, but the fact that we got that close to our best segment is freaking fantastic. Alright. And now we go to that. And the zoom. Cool. Alright, saved a little bit of time on Dark Side 3. Take it. Well, that's not great, but... Rip. Well, shit. That is... Alright, we're 30 seconds up. As long as we don't die again, we can still get a pretty decent PK. Yep. At the end, which means we're not saving time here. Or we can still save 10 seconds off of a DM. Okay. I guess decent fight, but DM equals some amount of sad. Alright, take a little bit of time. I think I got the dodge roll in the right place. Nope. God, that was trash. Alright. Out for artillery. I'm just never doing that dodge roll again. Alright. Awkward clear on artillery. Alright. Saved a little bit of our time there. Alright. Not a great face, but we'll take it. Alright. Throwing that there. Alright. Floppy, invisible core. But we can still get the sub 204. Alright, 203.51. New PB with a death and a lot of other shenanigans in it. Alright, well, we broke another minute barrier. We got a PB. Not the PB we want, not the PB we were looking for, but the PB we will take. Yeah, lots of shenanigans that run. We lost a minute and 15 there, an Ansem 2 death. That's still just a big ol' shame, but is what it is. Got that lovely best segment on Behemoth. Had a terrible time in Halloween Town and Neverland and Opposite Armor. Hell, even Riku 1 was bad. Agrabah was back and forth. Deep Jungle was kind of meh. Pretty meh in general. And Destiny Islands was kind of meh. Overall, we got another 4 best segments. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, four best segments. New PB and our first 203. So we're gonna be happy about that. We're gonna celebrate that. We're gonna once again thank Violin for the raid and everybody for hanging out, for lurking, for the couple of new follows that we got. And for now, we're going to go ahead and send you all over to Arclet, who is doing some level 1 any percent. Thank you very much, everybody, and I hope you all have a great night. Till next time, peace, and wish Arclet some good luck.